Yeah, fair enough. I don't think anyone's gonna judge you for going normal. Yeah, Grom the paunch.
Yeah, look how close we are.
Holy shit.
Right.
God damn. Yeah, so the main goal of the campaign... let me hit my ready up.
Let's just bulldoze our way to 8 peaks.
Okay, yeah, no, so the first thing, like how the Lustia idea was, take over Lustia, then move on. First goal, get 8 peaks. Get Karag 8 peaks for you. And then
we'll swing around and take out Ulthuan.
Yeah, and then we go to Ulthuan. But before we can go to Ulthuan, we had to eliminate the Warden dude, because there's new fog shit that stops people from getting there, at least orcs. So we need to do my campaign thing where I had to eat food to then somehow get in. And then we get in. I don't know if you'll be able to join me, but if not, I will have to do a big battle. And then it should say like, oh, Grom won the campaign, but we can still play. Like, there's an option to continue playing, like most 4X games. And then we just kick the shit out of Elf1.
Sounds good.
A little victory run. Yeah, no, we just kill shit in orc fashion. By the way, I think my favorite new province thing is brag about the boss.
What's that?
Oh, you know how you had the thing in province, and it's like, when you get a province, and you had the options?
Oh yeah, and you can get, like, set it to a thing.
One of the orcs new ones is brag about the boss. And it builds up, what's it called? Loyalty or something?
Oh, I forgot that that's a trait that you have to have when you're not a lizard man.
Yeah, I play a lot of Skaven, so I'm used to it. Luckily, no one's betrayed me in my runs, but as Dark Elves, they do, because I play Malekith, and Malekith has a starting penalty to loyalty.
Nobody trusts Malekith.
He's literally an edgy fuck lord who fucks his own mother. Would you?
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, he's like Darth Vader, except with mommy issues.
Oh, wait, do I even start in a capital? I think I had to start with like a little minor city.
Bruh. Yeah, no, you need to get carry gate peaks, because remember when I was playing Quick and I didn't realize I had to do that, and then I was fucked for a really long time. Wait, what the fuck? Why am I... My camera is in fucking Elfwan. Oh wow, Elfwan's right there!
Yeah, we're really close to it.
Okay, yeah, no, because apparently you should be able to get to Elfwan within, like, 100 turns. Yeah, right?
Those poor humans between us. They're gonna get stomped.
You're supposed to be able to get to Ulthuan within 100 turns, apparently, of Grom the Paunch. But we're gonna take our time. I should be able to kill these Bretonnia guys, but last time I took that step forward, I died. So I'm gonna go back to my bitch ways and hide.
Just gonna let him get away?
He'll be back. Like, look, the capital... Oh, no, not capital, but the city's right there. Plus, orcs are about that big tide. Also, I already have a province, I just have this building.
God damn.
It's a pretty good building, though.
Yeah, I don't even have, like, my main, like, province building. I've got a little minor, like, 4...
Oh, there you are.
4-thing city.
Oh yeah, no, you're already surrounded. Like, I have Bretonnia, which are bitches. You got dwarves.
Oh, I gotta fight dwarves.
Yeah, you forgot, didn't you?
God damn, dude.
I have to deal with Bretonnia. Bretonnia has horses, which are annoying, but I'm in a chariot.
Oh yeah, orcs don't have much anti-large, do they?
No.
I don't think they have any. Oh, you got a little snotling pump wagon. That's fucking rad.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get some orc biggins.
Wait, you can get biggins off the bat?
Is that what they call it? Wait, let me make sure I'm not fucking that up. No, they're just called orc boys. Never mind. So my start... Yeah, you can see my arming. Yeah, just goblins, stone trolls, river trolls, and a hag. The hags are sick.
Oh, you got 2 trolliness. Right. I want a pump wagon so much.
They're pretty sick. Okay,
I got the arachnoid spider.
I'm assuming you don't have it, but Grom has a whole cooking mechanic. Where
that's very appropriate.
After certain big battles, I will then get an ingredient, or I can buy it from a traveling merchant, which then, if I cook and eat, it will give me really good buffs or secret things to do shit. And one of the things I think is the ability to go to R1.
Ah.
So eating is part of my actual storyline.
Alright, I'm gonna do some real dumb shit.
Okay, well that's why you're here, because I'm a pussy, and you're like Rambo.
I'm like Rambo if Rambo didn't have any of the skills he
But
needed.
he still had the balls.
Yes. So I'm gonna fight these dwarves with my goblin army.
I think you got this. Because normally the army they start you with, you're supposed to be able to beat. Because everyone has that. Like, you know, like Hexalotl, Skeggy's outside my base. You're supposed to be able to beat that first army.
Fight this battle.
Yeah, you should be alright. The only thing you gotta really worry about is that catapult. But you just get the squigs behind them.
Yeah, the grudge throw. I can probably just send the Arachnok to just bulldoze its way straight toward it.
Sure. But no, the starting armies are pretty easy. They're like, normally you're supposed to go for them, but you don't have to. Normally I just leave them because I'm a coward. And also,
I usually go immediately, just for that little money boost.
that's true, but also, the load times and shit. I'm just like, nah, I'd rather get the big army and just stomp. Because stomping in the beginning game is how I play, because I'm scared of losing early. When I have that
It's
first...
early all the time.
Yeah, right? But,
Arachnok is not gonna last long.
But when I have the first two provinces, that's when I start getting cocky. That's when I'm like, okay, I can go now, because if I lose a building, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, radical. I've got a... I'm saying that a lot more now. Radical. Anyway,
You're making that your thing?
These squigs like right there.
Nice. Okay, have we figured out how to get rid of the HUD yet?
Oh, it's K.
Okay. Sick. Okay.
K.
Okay.
Okay.
It's so good because I rarely get to see orc units.
I love playing orcs. Were
Yeah.
people happy with all this update and shit?
Yeah, dude, people are pleased. People actually, like, orcs are huge in Warhammer. But their gameplay just sucked because before Nakai showed up, Horde factions were just garbage. Like, none of them worked.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nakai showed up and had a mechanic that worked really well. And then Hawks aren't really a Horde anymore.
No, they're more like a legitimate faction. You still kind of swarm with numbers, but now you got like way more.
It's more like
units.
Skaven. Like with the swarm.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
Shields do
by the
not
way,
work against giant stones.
just looking up little factoids. So how the WoW works, depending on the terrain you're at, depends on the units you get. So if you're by a volcano, you'll get a lava spider.
Ah.
And shit like that, depending where you're at, you'll get stuff.
If you want to do something really amusing, just look at the hobgoblins riding squid.
Sorry, where? Hobgoblins.
The little squid riders. I don't know what they're actually.
Ah, all the way over there.
Just, it looks so retarded.
Now, dude, those are heroes. Look at them. Oh, Alex really enjoying the Endless series. He actually enjoys watching it, which is nice. I have a story behind the thumbnail because it took a while.
It did.
So basically, I was really lazy, and then I was like, I can do better. Because the original thumbnail was just the cultist woman, and that was it.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, no, I can do more. So then I added my little avatar looking scared, and I was like, nah, it's still too empty. So I had a character from Persona offering me a juice box, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. So then I was like, okay, how do I add Alex and Cormac to the thumbnail without using them, obviously?
Yeah.
So that was the main crux of, because I use Persona Q characters normally, like with Chris and shit, I normally just use Futaba from Persona as his character, because, you know, waifu. But then I was like, Cormac probably won't appreciate having an anime avatar.
Props, no.
So then I was like, okay, Cormac will want a dragon and Alex will want a gas mask guy. So originally, I was gonna make you a super generic furry scaly,
Yeah.
but then it didn't. It just didn't fit in. So then I was like, yeah, nah, fuck that joke. So then I stole that image of the dragon, and Alex's one is from a
Stole the
book.
dragon.
Alex's guy is from a cover of a book.
Alright, kind of like post-apocalyptic dude.
It's something post-apocalyptic Valentine or something. Please tell me, because Alex actually knows the book. I didn't know it was from a book. I'll be real with you. I just stole it. I don't
Oh
think.
shit, the wall recharges now?
Yeah.
Or did it always recharge?
I think it recharges now. But it was you know, and then but yeah, your one was a lot more complicated because, like I told you, I tried to make it Nakai. Cause I knew you would appreciate that. But the only Nakai transparent image was him hunched over, and I wanted you to be like towering over me.
Junbei, dude.
Yeah. So so then I just got that dragon. So I was like, that dragon looks cool.
As you do.
Yeah, but the problem with that dragon, which you can't tell in that thumbnail, is once it starts going to his neck and shoulders, he's actually dissolving. Like the image. So I did some magic, and I put Alex in the foreground. Me behind Alex, but no, I'm behind you, but you're behind Alex. So my shoulder covers your dissolving part, but your head covers my hat.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that looks good. No one can see that you're only a floating head. And I'm pretty happy with it. And then I was like, it still feels pretty empty. So then I added the big fuck off episode 2. Now that looks good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's the
I saw it and I thought it looked pretty rad.
It's the only thumbnail I actually put any effort into. Because
at least it shows.
Yeah, the other two, the Beverly Hills Shaw one, is just an image of the movie that I purposely made blurry so it looked like shit. And the other one was Kamoshida's Justice, and it was just a bunch of bullshit. Because I thought a bunch of bullshit would be funny.
Get into that point where, like, if I just keep not trying with thumbnails and saying it's ironic, people are gonna start catching on.
Well, yeah, but I actually find the Kamoshida one funny because it doesn't make sense. And you're trying to make sense of it, and you're like, oh, it might make sense in the video. And it doesn't.
Yeah. Like, it's... but when you do it to every single thumbnail, eventually people are gonna be like, yeah, okay, he's not trying.
It loses the oomph. Another thumbnail I really like is the Take the Goddamn L one, which is Dr. Phil surrounded by people hanging themselves in hell, but he's offering you the L.
Is Dr. Phil dead?
I don't know. I hope not. Because I made a video with him as the thumbnail. In hell. The reason he's in hell was it's a clip from me playing Doom. So then I was like, because it's just me yelling at Chris to take the L, but I was like, okay, just having Dr. Phil hand the L is boring.
God damn, those squigs.
And they're powerful. Holy shit. Scarsman coming in with that 11 kills, coming clutch.
Goblin Big Boss coming in with those 2 kills.
Those dwarves coming in with 5 kills each.
That's good shit.
They got as much as a catapult. And a catapult is made to kill many things from a very long distance.
I think the AI like bugged out with the catapult. It tried to hit the squigs, but then kept swapping between them.
Yeah, no, that's AI definitely does have some. They can't micromanage as well as a player can.
Have you ever played like an online battle?
Against you and Alex, that's about it.
I played one. It was really hard and scary.
I can imagine it.
Men, and it turns out they're not very good online.
Oh yeah, because they're all I know is it's fucking Empire. Empire and elves.
That's actually what I ended up fighting. I did win, but like, it was very...
Oh, speaking of wood elves, we got a stupid fuck off tree that's between us.
Okay.
You know that big tree man?
Goblins or goblins.
You know Darfu, that big tree? He's blocking me from you. Durfu.
Oh, I've never actually fought... I fought the wood elves once. My entire time.
I fought them in the Grom thing because he starts next to them when they're in the forest, and I was like, get the fuck away from me.
Dude, they're the worst.
They are. They have cool tree units though.
All they do is shoot you and they just tear you apart.
I just hate elves in general. Dark elves, I'm okay with. Because they ride raptors. Instead of horses.
Badass.
And they're also super just evil. High elves are bitches. That's it. They're just pussies. And wood elves are just fucking hippies.
Yeah, they're like high elves, but without...
They're high elves that think they're better than the high elves who already think they're better than everyone.
That's a good way of putting it.
They're like, oh yeah, we love nature. That makes us better than you. And I was like, that we're better than everyone because we live on this fuck off donut.
I love the fucking Skaven and the Lizardmen, because they're just doing their own thing and
Yeah,
no
they're
one
completely separate to everyone else in the universe. Because everything else, like dwarves, orcs, elves, and humans, are always like intertwined in these big wars. And then lizardmen are just kind of like chilling in the jungle, and the Skaven are just underground arguing for hours.
Skaven are just underground, repeatedly stabbing each
The
other.
only time the Skaven interact with anyone is because they're playing a big heist, and then the Skaven fucks it up for the other Skaven.
One of the Skaven sabotages it, so they get discovered.
Like the fucking Fanquo thing, where they were trying to blow it up, and he wanted the thing, so he fucked up the nuke and made all the dwarves come down, just because he didn't want Ikit to have the credit, even though Ikit did all the work.
They're just the worst.
Yeah, they are. They're literally the worst. That's why I love them. They're just terrible. I love them.
Sneaky dwarves. Auto-resolve that.
What the fuck?
They tried to sneak underground.
What heroes? Oh yeah, we can use underground passageways now, can't we?
It's actually really good using underground.
I haven't used them before, because I think Skaven get them as well, right? But as Skaven, I'm normally playing Ikit, where I don't need to worry about that kind of shit. I have a nuke.
That's true. It's just really useful, because if there's like a mountain, or like an ocean, or a forest, you can just go right
Yeah, I should have been using it during the Grom thing, because I did a WAAAAAGGGH against Krokgar, and I had to keep traveling through the forest. I should have just gone underground each time.
Pretty sure you're also immune to attrition.
Possibly. And I'm glad that Orcs got an update. I want Beastmen to get one, but they probably won't. Because Beastmen are a DLC, so it'd be weird to have DLC for DLC.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah, no. Black Tooth's Revenge. Okay, what the fuck? Faction Encounter. Fuck off, Wood Elves. You're a bunch of pussies. Grom de Punch.
There's just this one little flying horse that just circles your capital.
Yeah, he's a hero.
I can't not see it.
That's Grom's pet. It really doesn't fit, does it?
No, it's just this majestic flying horse.
Yeah, I'm going to waste another turn just because I didn't get enough of the archers I wanted, and then I'm going to go kick the fuck out of Britannia. Because as orcs, as much as I'm a turtling bitch, we need to fight. That's our main thing, is battle.
Yeah, and you gotta raid a lot. That's where all our income is.
You gotta raid, you gotta pillage, you gotta battle, because I also want to battle, because the new WAAAAGG mechanic's sick.
It is.
And to get the WAAAAGG, we need to battle. And we have to win consecutive battles.
Which will be difficult.
But worth it. For sick battles. You know, the Carragate Pigs fight, that's gonna be some shit.
It's gonna be tight.
Because there's a reason that every campaign tied to that place is fucking bullshit difficulty hard. Because right now, I believe you can see Carragate Peaks. What the fuck is Carragate Peaks, actually?
Oh, wherever it is, I don't see it.
There should be a little button on the top of your thing. For like Carragate Peaks.
There is, yeah, but when I click it, nothing happens.
Oh, when I did it, dragged me to it.
Probably have like a mission.
We need to know what that is, because Carragate Peaks is very important. And I feel like I might know where it is, and it's really far away.
I think it's to the right of us.
Are you sure? Because it was near Queek, who was in the desert.
Pretty sure it's in these mountains somewhere.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's in the desert.
You might be thinking of, You might be thinking of Vortex.
Maybe no. Yeah, maybe. I think it might be Vortex. I think when I played Queek, that was before I had DLC, actually. So you might be right.
I just remember seeing a province called Carrigate Peaks. It might be like the actual Carrigate Peaks might be in a different spot.
You might be right because, no, maybe I don't know. I don't know, but maybe. You might be right. I'm not the one that's doing it, but it has to be close. How is it close?
I just kind of hovered my mouse around the place until the province came up. No, not really. It's like to the right and down a fair bit.
Oh, so it's probably around. Is it near the Pirate Coast?
No.
The Black Gulf?
It's like center. It's like to the Black Gulf. It's between Black Gulf and the Soupsec. What?
Sorry, what?
The Sour Sea. The Black Gulf and the Sour Sea is right between them.
The Sour Sea?
To the right.
I don't see a Sour Sea.
It's a tiny little thing.
I can see Black Gulf, but I did not see the South Sea.
Just Black Gulf to the right in that mountain range up a little bit.
Okay, I have a vague idea where it is. I'm pretty sure that's what I need. So it's in the mountain range near the Black Gulf. Ah, yep, I see. I saw Karagazul for a second. So it's down here. I know. Okay, I know where it is. I know where it is. I hovered over it for a second. Oh yeah, that is a distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope the Skaven have it, because fighting Skaven will be fun.
It is. It's just mowing down an endless horde.
It is.
It's always great.
Gobbo, Crackdown, Go Faster. Ooh, give me Go Faster. That adds like 10% movement range. Alright, check out Grom. He looking pretty thick though.
Where's his little hype man? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he is. I couldn't really move far because Grom's a fat fuck.
Those wolves do not look large enough.
Yeah, to carry him?
Carry.
Not at all.
He probably has to replace them after like every fight.
Alright.
They die of exhaustion.
Alright, now, they're in their little building, and that's going to be hard to fight them. So I'm going to raid, and hopefully they'll draw them out to me. Because I don't want to fight them in the place, because they'll have reinforcements.
Yeah,
and every time I play with you, I try to go for big glory kills to show off and show that I'm good at the game, and I suffer.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take out these dwarves in their little stronghold.
You go for that. I'm going to try and lure these guys out, and if they don't come out in like 2 turns, I'm going to just rush the place, because I'm pretty sure I can take them to Rogue Idol. Like, it's a Rogue Idol.
It's like my entire technology tree is changed.
The best new thing they added, the fact that orcs don't get units from the technology tree, because they were the only faction that did, and that's some dumb bullshit.
That is pretty retarded.
Yeah, the orcs of all races are the only race with units locked behind technology.
Technology consists of slapping together some like sticks and believing that it'll work.
They need to do technology for units, like the fucking black orcs.
Yeah, because you need like the tinker bench and all this other annoying shit.
That's some dumb bullshit, because the orcs don't think like that. They go, I painted this rock yellow, it now blows up.
Make it red and it goes faster.
If I paint the rock red, it will now shoot like a bullet when I throw it.
I've never seen pink.
They don't like pink. Pink's not an orc color.
Why not?
They like blue and green. And red.
Orcs don't have a problem with masculinity. I mean, like, none
they
of them
don't understand what that is.
None of them have dicks.
Exactly. I remember my favorite thing about them not having dicks is the thing where they're talking about it, and it's like, can you imagine if they had dicks? Like, can you imagine all the fucking rape? Because they're like, why don't you give them dicks? And it's like, orcs already go around and pillage and do whatever the fuck they want. If we gave them dicks, it just wouldn't be very, fun to write. It's like,
You'd be like a bunch of rapist murderers.
yeah, okay, well, can I cook anything? Okay, I can't cook anything yet. I only have one ingredient. Also, when I put in the one ingredient, he made a sound, so he doesn't want to eat it. Alright, Britannia, come out of your little fucking hole and fight me.
Okay, hopefully this won't be like too... Oh, fuck. This is gonna suck.
Okay, I love the fact that Grom is so fat he needs the chariot like a wheelchair, but I wish he started out without it and he couldn't move. Like, he moved really small
Just
amounts.
rooted to this spot.
Yeah. And then you had to get it, like, it's very quickly to get it, but it would just be funny to see this man walking around the battlefield.
Oh, man.
They put a lot of work into his model.
They did.
Like, I'm looking at it jiggle.
Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I start off with lightning strike.
Ooh. Oh, no, I think we all do now. I think that's a new thing. You can also make your second army be controlled by AI if you don't want to control both.
I'm gonna have to manually fight this.
Yeah. When I was playing, oh, you're not gonna build any towers?
Nah, one of the units that isn't like in the thing is recruiting.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
If I build towers, they're just gonna get an even bigger army.
Yeah, a new feature I like because it gets a bit clustered and my brain can't handle it most of the time is if you have two armies attacking a thing, you can make the other army AI controlled, or like every army AI controlled, so that way your bar isn't just filled. And the good thing I found with using that is you can do a thing with a friendly army like I did with Quick Head Taker, and do let's attack this guy together. And then I sat back and watched the Skaven run in and die, and then I ran in and finished the job when they were all dead.
Just let him tire himself out.
Yeah, because they all ran in, I sat back, and I just kind of threw shit. I used a Goblin catapult, and I was like, well, Skaven are out of the way, let's take the place.
I'm about to try to take a stronghold from a fuck ton of orcs. This is gonna go one of one ways.
Don't be afraid to withdraw.
What am I gonna lose? Goblins?
You'll lose all the respect of the no orcs that respect you.
There are no orcs. I mean, we're both goblins here. I mean, you know.
I have orcs working for me though, because they think I'm an orc with how big I am. Yeah, it's just a fact that when we get next to each other on the map, I do really want to see the size comparison of Skarsnik to Grom, because they are the same thing.
And they're both goblins still.
Yeah, like, I forget Grom's a goblin. He's so big.
Yeah, he's fucking massive.
It's really fucking foggy down here. Oh, I got a sore throat today, it's not epic.
Annoying. That's pretty not epic. Now I gotta line it up. You attack that. You attack
The only unit I say you should really look out for, besides Skarsnik, obviously, is the Spider. That takes a while to get.
Oh yeah, that's a top tier unit.
Yeah. It's not the one that can shit out a bunch of baby spiders, right?
Nah, that's the ROR.
Regiment Renowned. That one's sick. That's the one I really want. Because it's the fact that it's also a beast-ass spider that can summon its own little, like, army of spiders.
That is pretty tight.
Yeah, remember when we were versing online and you were kicking my ass and then I found out that the spider could shit out little spiders? Also, remember how I kept using giants because they were bullshit?
Dude, it just pissed me off.
My favorite battle I have won in online is the Tomb Kings one, where I completely flanked your zombies with the Sphinx.
I remember that, yeah.
Because it was just you kicking my ass the whole time, because I just kind of stood there and like, why are you just staying there, you idiot? What are you doing? And then I was like, you fool.
So you have chosen death.
The fucking goblins were running in. The ground's shaking from their little feet.
Tiny little tootsies.
You know, when I get close to them, the camera freaks out. Like the ground is being shaken, but it's just fucking a goblin and a skink.
I like the ones that wear wizard hats. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, the night goblins. They look really dorky.
They really do. The skulkers just look like...
I swore one of the orcs just said that thing the Highlander always says when we play For Honor.
What, Don McGlass?
Yeah. Don McGlass! I swore one of them just yelled that. And For Honor's great. Ubisoft, please make a sequel. I know you don't want to because you hate things that are good. But do it. I'll buy For Honor 2.
They really gutted it when it first came out. Like, they didn't give it any servers.
Yeah. It's better now, but it's one of those things where it's just old now, so it's dying. Like Battlefront. Yeah. Also, did you hear that thing about Battlefront where EA did a thing and it's like, if you pay, we won't drop Battlefront 2?
So that everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because people are like, oh, they're really quitting the thing for Battlefront 2? Because Battlefront 2 is really good now. And EA's like, hey, we have a petition that if you pay, we won't get rid of Battlefront 2. And it's like, I love Battlefront 2 now, but fuck off.
Yeah, no, I'm not supporting that.
I'm not falling for you, EA. I'm supporting the people who stuck with Battlefront 2, not you.
For the developers, not that.
Yeah, it's a thing where it's like, I always hate shit, like, even Persona, like, my favorite game of all time, I hate Atlas, the company. Because Atlas just milked the shit out of it. They release a really good game that they get, like, the main guys behind, and they're like, okay, now make a game every year based off that one game. And it's like, give them some space, man.
I have noticed they do release, like, a lot.
Yeah, we had the dancing games.
Sequels.
Yeah, we had Joker and Smash, then the dancing games, and then Q, and then Scrambled, which is coming out, and Royal, and Persona 5 Base came out in 2017. It's been 3 years and they already did all that shit. It's definitely not a good thing. Like, I love Persona, but goddamn, I don't need that much of it. Also, I know...
Yeah, everything's kind of looking like it's slow motion. Are you seeing this?
Yeah!
Is the game on normal speed for you?
Yeah, it's on normal speed. Why is it doing... Oh, wait!
Oh, wait, oh.
I think it must be a multiplayer thing.
Like, you know, like, well before.
Yeah, but I think it must be a multiplayer thing for, like, when it has to load a bunch of shit like a fort. Because it did this when we were doing the Lizardman shit. But then again, we were fighting like 40,000 Skaven on Ultra.
This is dwarves. Probably shouldn't be this.
They're moving fine for me. Also, do keep in mind, dwarves do move slowly, as well.
They do. They are kind of fat.
Like, I'm watching them now, and normal speed, everything's running fine, they're still moving pretty slow. I just watched them run away from you. I was watching them run towards Skarsnik, and then they screamed and ran the other way into a wall.
Do you realize Skarsnik's literally just a goblin?
Yeah, he's just running off.
He's not a particularly strong one either.
The only thing you have to fear is the Skig, which is literally a meatball.
They literally are just giant meatballs with men arms.
I see a rush in the middle. Is that a little fucking goblin on a dog?
Yes.
Holy shit.
It's a doglin.
Oh, he's running at the king.
Oh, ooh, ooh.
Oh!
The king didn't even stop.
Oh, here comes the squigs.
Oh,
holy shit!
Oh, God.
He leaped in the air to get that fucking goblin on a dog, and all the squigs pushed him down.
He left the squigs.
Holy shit.
The squigs are like really strong, like you wouldn't.
They actually are. Like I sleep on them once. Oh, here comes a spider.
Oh. I just bully the shit out of these poor old men.
Oh no, some hype shit though with Persona and Atlas, because they were pretty shitty when the game first came. Like, oh, you can't stream it, and even with Royal, you're not allowed to stream the new shit. But you can use their music. You can use Persona music for free.
That's something at least.
Which is great, because I noticed a lot of YouTubers and shit have been using it, like Pyrocynical uses it, but they don't play the game. They're just like, it's real good music, and it's basically royalty free. And it's like, fuck yeah. I don't know if they let you do Persona 4 and 3, but you can definitely do 5. I don't know if you can do Royal, but you can do base 5 songs. Also, the king's fucking dead.
He fucking died.
He's fucking dead. But yeah, I just thought that's a really cool thing. I was talking to Alex about it, and I was like, let's just say hopeful thinking, you do take off, and then copyrighted music does become an issue. You got Persona. So I understand not everyone likes Persona music, but it's all good. I think everyone on some level can go like, yeah, it's alright. You know? It's like with Doom. I don't like heavy metal, but I like Doom music.
Doom music is pretty good.
Yeah, but some things it's like, oh, I just want some relaxing music to play here. I want something tense or sad. Just grab fucking a Persona song and bam, right there. And it's also better than hearing that fucking ukulele.
What's wrong with a good ukulele?
Have you heard the royalty-free ukulele recently? It's not good.
It's just like something on Twitch.
No, just everywhere. They haven't done it that much recently, but like old YouTube and shit just used to be filled with it. It's just this ukulele that people put because it was royalty-free. And it used to be in a bunch of shitty videos. Because they were like, oh, we don't want any feedback of anything, and we're like, have 10 million viewers. Play this ukulele, because literally nothing can go wrong if you play the ukulele.
It does sound pretty painful.
So everything was just filled with it. I'm trying to think of the tune so I can like hum it to you, but I'm literally just getting the whistle song from Deadly Premonition. And I don't know why. Deadly Premonition is a trip of a fucking game. I really want to live stream it with Tate.
What is Deadly Premonition?
It is fucking odd. It's hard to explain. So you know the show Twin Peaks?
Yeah.
So Deadly Premonition was originally supposed to be a Twin Peaks game, but then Twin Peaks said, please fuck off. This idea is stupid. So then the guy made it his own thing. He's like, it's totally not Twin Peaks, guys. And it's some weird bullshit. So you just kind of drive around and solve mysteries, and you can run out of gas. You had to run to a gas station, fill a can, and run back. But it's just odd. One of the opening scenes that I'm pretty sure I sent you is the main character York sitting at a table with an old woman, and the table is about like it's huge, like it covers about the whole room, and they're sitting on the end, and they can't hear each other over the music playing. And then he looks into the coffee, and it swells, and then you get a quick time to look into the coffee. And he goes, "Did you see that, Zach? FK in the coffee, clear as a crisp summer morning." And I don't understand who Zach is, and I don't know what that means. And that's the game. It's some weird bullshit, and there's a mission where you had to collect squirrel keys, and the dude gets increasingly pissed that you're bringing him the wrong squirrel keys, so he wants the bushy squirrel key. And then he turns out to be a cross-dressing serial killer. And I think, oh fuck, what was it? My favorite quote from that game. My favorite quote from that game is from the Raincoat Killer when you figure out who he is. And he's describing why he likes hunting and killing people. And he goes, deers are such erotic creatures. The way they move, the way they run, so erotic. Right? But it's so odd, because it's like, why did you kill them? He's like, deer are such erotic creatures. It's like, the gameplay is garbage, and it's completely a terrible game, but it's so charming in how fucking utterly shit it is. It's kind of like Who Killed Captain Alex in a way, where it's so inept, you kind of like it. It's like, okay, they tried, but they have no clue what they're doing.
Oh, squeaky boys. Oh, everything's sped up again.
I think the best thing to come out of it though is definitely the whistle song, which I have heard so many times before knowing what it was. Oh yeah, Deadly Premonition, for some reason Nintendo picked it up and remade it for the Switch and is allowing them to make a sequel. For some reason.
It's strange for Nintendo.
Because it was a cult game because of how utterly shit it is, and Nintendo was like, yeah, no, we're going to fund them. We're going to let them make this game that flopped. That's one thing I always like about Nintendo, though, because they're just as big and greedy as most companies, but they do dumb shit like that.
Yeah, every now and then. When
they do a lot more risks than, like, Microsoft does, you know? And risks don't always equal good. But it's something to look forward to when you see some dumb bullshit. Like honestly think, when was the last time Microsoft made a new IP?
Splatoon?
That's Nintendo.
Oh.
Because we know Halo, we know Gears of War, but have they made anything new? Like a new
not for a long enough time.
Right? And Halo and Gears of War sell fine. But like you just said, Splatoon, that's a newish thing from Nintendo, like 2016.
Oof, that took a while.
No, it would have been like 2015. And then there was ARMS, which flopped, but it was a new IP. Like Nintendo constantly is doing new stuff. And there's definitely the annoying Nintendo fags, but I can respect that. I can respect the new. Because one thing I always appreciate with companies is I like sequels, but I also like if there's some new stuff, I'm like, okay, sure, you know. Oh, I mean, I want a Dark Souls 4.
Yeah, that's so sad. I actually bought Dark Souls on the PC the other day.
I'm gonna really. I've been thinking about it. When Keely was talking about it, it kind of like hooked me in.
Yeah, I just felt in the mood and I checked a thing and it's on sale for like 18
You
bucks.
got a Dark Souls 3 or the first one?
3, and you get all the DLC.
Ooh, I might pick that up.
So I was just like, why not?
I looked at a bunch of Dark Souls, Demon Souls stuff. Because like I know basically everything about the games. I didn't beat 2, but I know about 2. Like I know what happens in 2. I know the bosses. I know very little of Demon Souls, so I looked into a bit of Demon Souls. Demon Souls is pretty cool. My favorite boss, just by name alone, is Dragon God. Because it's called Dragon God, and it punches you.
That is pretty badass.
It's a giant dragon man, and you walk into his arena, he straight up just fucking socks you.
Just fucking blows your brains out.
Yeah, just fucking punches you so hard.
Anyway, that battle took forever. Everything was like stuck in slow motion.
Yeah. There's that. I think it must be a multiplayer thing, and also I am streaming, so it could be lag.
I think all the things I looked at said it was like internet related.
Yeah, it must be some lag.
So it's probably just
from
a streaming thing.
It's alright.
It will suffice.
Let's go fucking Oh no, fucking. I had to work with Tate on Friday. That was